Good evening. Good evening. This is Marquez Speaks. I am the real voice, the voice of the streets, CEO of me, Big Boss Entertainment. And I am here for your enjoyment and your pleasure. And my pleasure too. I try to come on every day around 4 if I'm able to. I just got finished with my other work, my other job, my other entrepreneur, my other business stuff. And now I'm on here to talk about life and politics. That's right. I have plenty of jobs. I'm a boss and an entrepreneur. All that means I got several different incomes coming in, and this is one of it. But kings and queens, we got to talk a little politics today, and we got to talk a little life. Now, a lot of things are happening to me. I'm going to be on some people's podcasts and doing other things in the coming weeks. I may do my own podcast. I may have a book coming out. Marquez Speaks is about to go worldwide. I mean, this thing is just getting outrageous how fast it's moving. Thank God it's moving this fast, but I never thought it was going to move this fast. All the fat boy does is talk politics and life, and people love it. So let's get started with a couple things, okay? Let's get started with a couple things today. First thing, let's talk about Queen Jasmine Crockett. She said it better than I ever could. We ain't messing with Nicki Minaj no more. Jasmine Crockett said that. Even politicians know not to mess with Nicki Minaj no more. Because Nicki's... something going on with Nicki Minaj. She needs some help. I saw a podcast interview she did, and something ain't right with her. I don't know if it's her husband and those child cases we got against her. I don't know that she ain't got no more money. She can't get a new deal for my album. Record company. I don't know that she turned to the other side and she's flopping. I don't know what it is, but something's not right with her. Y'all need to check on her mental health. Y'all need to check on Nicki Minaj's mental health. Because everybody's got a breaking point. And I think she's at a breaking point. And that white gray hair that she was wearing, something's going on with her. So I'm not even going to crush her today. I'm not even going to talk about Nicki Minaj today. Please get help, Queen Nicki Minaj. Please get help. Whatever help you need, get it. So I've been a mother to a pedophile husband, raising kids and flopping your music industry, and you're getting older. A lot of women can't take it. So, please get help. Please get help because you need it. Let's go on to some other things. I had to start with that. Next, Floyd Mayweather. I didn't believe it, but Floyd Mayweather is broke. He said Showtime stole $340 million from him. And 50 said, let me read the contracts. You got your money taken. Now, let me say this. You only ask for that kind of money if you're going broke. Floyd Mayweather is going broke. Hello, Jan Alexander. God bless you. Floyd is going broke. I think he got hit in the head too many times. Those are some punches when you get knocked out. I think he's going through some things. So, don't know what to say about Floyd Mayweather. You losing money, sir. You ain't that smart. Let me tell you how you're not smart. If somebody owes you $346 million, you didn't audit them right. Sir, you didn't have the right people on your team. You're not that smart. Okay? People don't owe me $346 or $34.60. $346 million, I go crazy. And probably that's what happened to him. So y'all help Floyd Mayweather out too. I don't know why black celebrities, they do crazy stuff and they, things ain't too good for our black celebrities a lot of times. Nicki, Floyd Mayweather, 50 talking about you. So I'm gonna get off that soapbox. I just had to say that. Now we gotta talk a little politics. Let me say this. I get a lot of Facebook messages. I get a lot of them. I get hundreds a day now. And I read probably most of them that come to me. Let me say this in the honest way I can. Why are you getting mad at me that I'm reporting the news? If you don't like what I'm reporting, you have that right. But you don't have a right to get mad at me when those are facts. You don't like what's happening to the Democrats. You don't like what's happening to the Republicans. You don't like what's happening to Trump. That's your business. Look, this is all I do. I'm a conduit. Conduit means I'm basically a mediator. I'm used as a lightning rod to get the news out. So you can make a decision. Ain't nobody else on Facebook doing it the way I'm doing it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm dropping something every hour about the church, about Trump, about politics. Ain't nobody doing it like me, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do this. Now, the income is very nice. The money's very nice. But it's a lot of work. Most people don't want to do it. Most people don't want to go to this level. I go to this level all the time. But calm down. Y'all need to get mad at y'all congressional leaders, Republicans and Democrats. Y'all don't need to get mad at me for giving y'all the information. Y'all always want to get mad at the messenger. Get mad at yourselves for not voting right or voting right and not have enough people come vote. Get mad at how everything is going wrong. Don't get mad at me for giving you the information, because I'm going to keep bringing it 24 hours, 7 days a week at the top of the hour anytime. I post 40 videos a day, 30 to 40 videos a day. That's what I post. Some of them flop. Some of them get millions of views. This is how this business works. I'm never going to stop. Now, let's get to some stuff. Donald Trump is taking this serious about national elections. People are fearing that we won't have another national election. Donald Trump said he is not going. He will approve of the 2026 midterms if there are integrity, if there's no cheating. Trump said no trying to steal elections. Trump is setting everything up to try to steal the 2026 elections. Steve Bannon said, Donald Trump, I urge you to have ICE at every polling station. I urge you to have ICE at every polling station so the election won't be stolen. How is it when Republicans think they're going to lose the election, it's stolen? But when Democrats lose, they just deal with it. I mean, the 2026 midterm is going to be something special. Trump and them boys, they act like they running scared. Trump saying, I won't accept it unless it's integrity. So what you're saying is you won't accept it if the House and the Senate goes to Democrats? That's what you're saying, Mr. President? Good evening, Queen Patricia. That's what you're saying, Mr. President? You're not going to accept that then? If the Democrats win the House of Representatives and gain 30 or 40 seats, you're not going to accept that? Because at least 30 members of the Republican Party are not running again? They're scared that Marjorie Taylor Greene's old House of Representatives seat's going to go blue? Hello, Candy. God bless you, Queen. That's what they believe. That's what's going on. So now you don't want to accept them. And you want ICE at every polling station? Every polling station? Y'all better vote early. Y'all better vote early. Trump's going to try to steal this one. Now, before y'all get too mad, good evening, King Roderick. Hope you're doing great. Before y'all get too mad, the Democrats are setting up everything in place to make sure this don't happen. Funding for ICE, they're trying to take away funding for ICE. So before y'all get too mad, Democrats are trying to do a couple things right. But Trump is real on that. This is Donald Trump to say, y'all don't want me in blue states? Okay, when these protests get bad, unless you come on your knees begging, saying, please, I won't help you. Donald Trump is in his feelings. And he's got what they call an approval ratings dump. Approval ratings dump. His approval ratings and his trust ratings are down in the dumpers. We're talking 15, 20% for a sitting president. And it always has to do with the economy and the money that we're not getting. That is bad. Now, one thing is, I saw the new, let me say this again. I got to talk about it again. I'm kind of frustrated and pissed off at it. New president came out. J.D. Vance is winning and Kamala Harris is winning. It's early, but that pissed me off that Kamala Harris is winning. She can't beat Trump. She can't beat J.D. Vance. What do you mean you can't hear me? Thank you, Sabrina. Let me say that again, okay? I want to make sure I say that again. Let me say that again. I'm going to say it again. I don't mean no disrespect. Harris can't beat Trump. And this is what gets me. I'm not telling y'all not to do no investigations into Alex Preddy and Renee Good, who passed in Minnesota, but why they ain't doing it for Kevin Porter, who passed? It seems there's a lot going on in politics that's not for the good, and it's for the bad. Okay? Donald Trump right now is claiming the 2020 election was rigged because he lost to Joe Biden. He wants national voting. Things are changing all the time in politics. They have said unemployment is at the highest since the Great Depression. He's funding his army with taxpayers' money. That's correct, Richard, because we put him in there. You're correct, King. Unemployment and job losses ain't been this bad since the Great Depression. That is where we're at. This is what we're getting from this administration and Republicans. If for no other reason you don't vote Democrat, vote for jobs, because that's your money. Vote for jobs, because that's your money. Unemployment, job losses, the highest since the Great Depression. That ought to make you pissed off. That ought to make you mad. That ought to make you not feeling good about anything. You can still get jobs. You just can't get it at the money you think you can get it. That ought to hurt you really bad. Why y'all think I got 3 or 4 different income streams? Why you think I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a boss? Why you think I don't depend on a 9 to 5? Just because I keep one. If I lost today, I'd be fine. People are bringing this up now. What happened to the good old days where one income you could pay the bills and have stability in a sense of life? You can't do that one income. You need multiple incomes now. Even if you're married, you need multiple streams of income. And this is what I have to say to this white man who said that. That is true, but our standard of living has changed too. Back in the day, they didn't go on vacations. We go on vacations all the time. We like Gucci and Birkin and Prada. You know, we like $30, $40, $50, $60,000 vehicles to drive in, SUVs and everything. We like to eat at the best restaurants. We don't like to cook spaghetti no more and eat it 2 or 3 days. We like our house to look pristine. We like to go everywhere. We like to go to the clubs. That's why you need 2 or 3 incomes. You won't cook a big pot of spaghetti and let it go 2 or 3 days. Then eat a big thing of hamburger helper for 2 or 3. We don't do that stuff no more. And I'm living proof. My wife cooked last night. She cooked pork chops and gravy, sweet peas, jasmine rice and gravy, and garlic bread. She ate it one time. She wanted something new today. So I understand, but we don't do like we used to. That's why you need 2 or 3 jobs. You want the best of all time. They didn't do that back in the day. They didn't go on vacation all the time. We want to go on 3 or 4 vacations a year. We want to go to the club every weekend. We want to smoke the weed or vape. So you got to have more than one type of income. And I'm living the proof of it. I like to go on vacation. I'm going on 4 of them this year, praise God. At least. Maybe 5. I just got my wife's new bells. The ones that got them. I just got her that new, what is that, Apple Watch. All that costs money. All of it costs money. Now, Barry, I don't know about no 3 jobs, but you need some jobs. Now, you may need 4. You may need 4. That's what it is. I'm living a higher lifestyle than I used to, and the cost of everything has went up. So this is why you need more than one income. Now, some people can get away with just a pension or whatever. Most people can't. And if you got a mortgage, you understand your insurance goes up every year. Everything is went up for your utilities and everything. So we don't have the luxury, most of us, just to have one job. Some of us do. The majority don't. Again, I've got 4 revenue streams coming in. I've got 4. So if I lose one, I'm good. So I understand what the gentleman was saying. But again, correct, King Ed, you got to pay to play. You got to pay to play. I was talking to some individuals at work, and they said, we are scared to I don't want to get a student loan because that's money they have to pay back. But they had a mortgage, they had a car payment, they got all these other loans. They don't want to go back to school and get no student loan. That's asinine to me. This is what politics do to you. Politics makes you think you got to have the best of everything, and you can't take out a loan and function at a different level. That's what politics has done to us. Republican side, Democrat, that's what politics have done to us. Getting us to believe we got to do A, B, C, and D. I forgot that gentleman said, oh, you need to get rid of all your debts. Dave Ramsey. And that black woman talking about, oh, I didn't get my hair and nail done for 2 years. I had to save money. I was eating chicken noodle soup and Roman noodle beans. Ain't nobody gonna do that no more. Ain't nobody gonna do that no more. Oh, I got my mortgage. I got my house paid without doing a mortgage. No, ain't nobody gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that idiotic stuff no more. Lord, please forgive me and thank you ain't got to. I'm not eating beans every day. Well, now I know my limits of what I'm gonna eat, what I'm gonna do, and what I can pay for. But things have changed. Politics got us thinking it's bad to take out a student loan to further your education. That's what they got to say. Oh, we got to pay back that student loan for years. You got every type of consumer loan there is. You got a mortgage. You got a car payment. You got everything. You got credit cards. But you don't want to take out student loan to further your education. That's what politics has done with us. That's what politics has done with us, to us. Tell the truth, shame the devil, but we still do. Correct. But that's what politics got us to do. Politics got us believing $2,000 is going to take care of us. $2,000 probably won't even last a week for most people with food and everything. Politics got thinking, oh, we get an extra $1,000, $1,500 back on our IRS. Our income taxes. We're doing something. That means nothing. You still can't get no tax on tips, no overtime. They're still taxing all that. So politics got us thinking a different way. Politics got us thinking if we get that $60,000 vehicle, we chilling. No, you got a high car payment. They got us thinking we ain't need insurance. Politics got to think we ain't need insurance when we go on vacation. Yes, you need to get insurance when you go on vacation, on a cruise or across Europe or wherever. Even though most people don't do it, you don't know what's going to happen. See, politics got us in a different state of mind, and we fall for it every time. I don't care if you're black, white, red, yellow, orange. I've talked to them all. Somebody told me that politics ain't doing nothing for me. I said, who'd you vote for? Trump. I said, what is you doing for you? Nothing. I said, who you going to vote for next time? Republicans. I said, you're crazy. Thank you, King 007. I said, you're crazy. So I've been voting Republican 20 years. What have you got for it? You living in a mobile home. No disrespect. You live in a mobile home. You drive a car 30 years old. You got no pension. And you work hard with your hands and everything is swole up. You don't got no insurance. And you still voting the same way. See, this is what politics got people doing. This is what politics got people doing. Politics got people who are losing food stamps and Section 8. They're losing food stamps, Section 8, and Medicaid right now. These young females who got these 5, 6 kids, they got them thinking, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what you're going to do when you lost your food stamps, your Medicaid, your Section 8. You're going to go get a job and hustle. Well, I got all these kids. And nobody tell you have all them kids. Now, you better come up with a plan. See, we forget the government is only responsible for a couple of things. Number one, the government is responsible for taking care of people who can't take care of themselves. Those that are mentally ill, disabled, they're responsible for that. The government is responsible for giving you opportunities to make money to pay taxes. And when you don't take those opportunities to make money to pay taxes and too many programs, every 4 to 8, 10 years, the government will have what we call an economic recession to make you go back to work. What do you mean, Speaks? If you are on food stamps, Section 8, and Medicaid, if you lose your insurance, if your food stamps go down to $15 and your Section 8 goes up by $500 or $600 where you may not have it no more, guess what you got to do? Get a job. You have to have some type of income. The federal government is forcing people to get jobs. On TikTok, that's what they're doing. You don't believe me? People on TikTok are making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. Now they make $200 or $300 a month on TikTok. They're forcing them to get jobs because everybody can't come on Facebook to make money. Correct. You need a two plan B, King 007. You're correct. This is what's happening to America. That's what the federal government's doing. They shut down TikTok on purpose to make people get jobs. Now people trying to come on Facebook think they can see Facebook is a different game. And not too many people getting YouTube either. So they're making you go back to work. I know a creator who's got millions of views. He's got millions of subscribers on Facebook. On YouTube. He said he made $6,500, but his gadgets cost more than that. He lost money. Yeah. I got people who's making $200,000 or $300,000 on content influencers. That's what you are when you make that type of money, you're an influencer. But they don't know how to do their taxes, so they're losing money. So the federal government is making you go back to work. That's what happens. Too many people was bragging about TikTok making too much money. They were bragging about food stamps. They were bragging about Social Security, Medicaid, VA, Section 8. So the federal government said, oh, it's too much benefit and privilege out here. Let's shrink it down. You make too many billionaires mad. So when you lose too much, you got to go get a job. A lot of people getting jobs now. A lot of people have to go out and get jobs because of politics. That's what happened. I don't even do lives on TikTok no more. I tried to do one yesterday, and they banned me. They tried to ban me on TikTok for live. I said, okay, I don't come over here no more. I make mine on TikTok Shop. Regular TikTok, I don't even do. See, I understand social media. I understand the business, okay? I understand the business. You're correct, King 007. You don't find today, it's the people that's retired going back to work. That's correct. That's what's happening. So things are not going right. A lot of things are going wrong. Okay. Hello, Queen Lottie. This is what's happening. Let me tell you, when I was on TikTok, I couldn't go international the way I wanted to. Facebook, I went international. I understand the business game, but this is what's happening. Politics has got us thinking in a different direction. Let me say it again. Politics has us thinking in a different direction. And you can't trust Chuck Schumer. Democrats want Chuck Schumer gone. Chuck Schumer's not going anywhere. James Clyburn came out and said, we need to fund the government to have a chance to stop DHS and ICE. Politics is making people fools, and it's making you look and feel bad. It's messing with your money. It's making you work harder now. It's making you work a whole lot harder. A lot of content creators are going broke now. They're broke. A lot of them are broke because it's not about the views anymore. It's about engagement, a whole lot of other things they don't understand. Good evening, Queen Carol. Good evening, Queen Dolores. So this is the problem that I have with politics on both sides of the agenda. Please remember, you have a $1 trillion Democratic company. You have a $1 trillion Republican company. That's what the parties are, they're companies. Trillions of dollars on both sides. If you got that much money, they ain't going to let nobody else come in. And if they can deceive you, they make more money. Correct, King Dennis. Politics is nothing to take light because it affects everything about you. Speaks no, it don't groceries. Speaks no, it don't gas. Speaks no, it don't utilities. Speaks no, it don't clothes. Speaks don't know about job raises. Hello, King Kenny. God bless you. Politics affects everything about you. Yeah, my car insurance went up. When I had the same vehicles. Everything is. So this is the divine problem we have with politics. Now let me say it again. I'm going to say it again. The early poll says Kamala Harris is winning for the Democratic Party. If Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee, Democrats will lose the presidency again. She can't beat J.D. Vance. She cannot beat a white man. And it's going to be a white man for the Republicans. If you start to see, hello, Queen Sheila, they're picking people for presidential nominees that they're not scared of, especially on the Democratic side. I talked to you the other day about how many black podcasters there are that are female and gay, and how many are in radio, because they don't fear them at all. They don't fear them at all. I could give you some prominent names that are on YouTube and Facebook that are black that have no power of speaking anymore. They just give them a check. I think that's the worst thing in the world. But politics have done this to us. Why do you think Jasmine Crockett came out quick and said, Nicki Minaj, we don't ride with you no more? It's a reason. It's a reason they got a video out of Consent going to a house with Jaden Smith and some other people going upstairs in a dark room that got red everywhere, saying, come on in here. I seen the video. Ain't no way I'm doing anything like that. But that's politics. That's a political game. The new video going out saying Michael Jackson. I remember Michael Jackson when he had everybody at he had all those kids at the I forgot the name of what Michael Jackson used to have, all those lands and everything. He was protecting them from the Epstein Island. He was protecting kids from the Epstein Island. That's why Britney Spears and a lot of other white people came up for Michael Jackson, because he was protecting them from the Epstein Island. Gavin Newsom is in second place. Now, Gavin Newsom is going to win because Gavin Newsom is the only one that can be president of the United States of America for Democrats. But they would love Kamala Harris to win just so they could beat her again. See, politics is a depiction of you. Let me tell you how important politics is, okay? Because all politics is, at the end of the day, is a redistribution of wealth and resources. That's right. All the resources you get are redistributed, either through the Republicans or the Democrats. Right now, the Democrats can't distribute it. Republicans are distributing all the resources and funds to the wealthy people and the billionaires. That's when an economic recession comes. Remember, they want to send us a message. Go back to work. pay your taxes. That's the message of Republicans. Get back to work, pay your taxes. That's what they're telling people. But you don't hear, because all you hear is food stamp fraud and Medicaid fraud and Section 8 fraud. They're telling you get back to work. We're going to cut everything down. Thank you, King Larry, for listening. North Carolina. I love NC. I love North Carolina. Love Charlotte a lot. But that's what they're doing. That's why you see all this fraud going on. It's the redistribution of wealth to the military, which got 1.5 trillion more over certain years funding, and the wealthy people. Wealthy people had a record in 2025. How much money wealthy people made? The wealth gap between people who make $500,000 and more in the middle class was the largest wealth gap in 2025 in the history of the United States of America. Wealthy people make more money in 2025 than they ever have. They got an article up saying how Donald Trump is enriching himself through the presidency. 2025, Donald Trump hit a record. He made more money in 2025 than all the presidents have made together. That's how much money he made. They say he made between $5 and $10 billion in 2025. He's made more money as president than all the presidents combined. Yeah. Think about that. That's how smart the man is. I told y'all, Donald Trump is a genius. He made more money in 2025 for him and his family than all presidents combined have made. That was 2025, 1 year. King Ricky, he's going on year 2. The man's a damn genius. He's a genius. He's a genius. Now, Democrats want to stop it if they win the midterms. They want to subpoena him, and they want to subpoena Bannon and put a lot of them in jail. But you got to see, you can be 79, but you have to be politically inclined to make in 1 year for you and your family more money than all presidents together. Talk about $5 or $10 billion tax free. $5 or $10 billion with a B, billion dollars tax free. And now Donald Trump is mad that a federal judge says, quit whining. We're not going to get rid of those felony charges against you. They stay. Donald Trump's mad about that. But he ain't mad about the money he's making. He's not mad about that. $5-10 billion for him and his family. And every one of his family members have a Bitcoin. Every one of them is an ambassador to a country that makes billions of dollars. See, everybody thinks Donald Trump is stupid. I say he's smart as hell. I give the man credit. I learned from him. He's telling you he don't pay no taxes. He's telling you he's robbing the American people. He's telling you he's getting filthy rich. And nobody says nothing except you're a smart man. Because he has y'all looking at ICE and looking at these wars. You don't look at him. It's called deflection. I give you credit for it. If America's going to do it, because 500 years they ain't done nothing for black people. If America's going to let you make that money, make it. I ain't got no problem with you. That's what it says. Let's mess up student loans. That's what they're going to be talking about in July. People going to get mad at that for the rest of the year. Donald Trump going to make more money than anything. And watch Donald Trump come in and be the hero about June and say, oh, we're going to keep graduate loans. Yeah, we're going to give you $2,000 and be the hero. If he's smart, that's what he do. I know some people, President Trump, listen to it. If you want to be smart, then about June, say, okay, we're not getting rid of grad loans. You can still get grad loans. Here's $2,000. If Donald Trump does that, let's just keep it real. If he does those two things right there, we're keeping grad loans, and we're going to give you $2,000 a rebate check. In June, it's going to be hard for that man to lose in the 2026 midterm, because people remember what you did for them. They remember how you made them feel. People may never remember anything you say to them. They remember how you made them feel. If they feel like they're winning, guess what happens? A lot of people stay at home. That don't mean they'll vote for Trump. That don't mean they'll vote for Republicans, but they'll stay at home. Politics is it is a funny game. Now let me say this again. Savannah Guthrie's mother, God bless her. I hope they find her. I hope they find her. They got a $50,000 reward out. They should have a $300,000 reward. If you know anything about that, let that come to the end. Would it be wrong to say King Donald Trump is the first president to use the presidency as a personal business opportunity? No, that's correct. He said the government is a business. He uses it for his own business. You're 100% right, King Dennis. He's using it as his own personal piggy bank. That's what he's doing. He has a business. And his own personal business opportunity. Not his own personal for him and his family. Now, see, that's one thing white people do that black people don't do. White people make for their whole family. Black people just want to make it for them because they can't trust their family. He's making it for everybody. Except Melania. Now remember, even Melania Trump, they paid her $70 million. Jeff Bezos gave her $70 million for a documentary that won't do 15. And then he gets a, $200 million yacht, and then Amazon lays off 30,000 people. Now Oracle's about to lay off 30,000 people. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Donald Trump, he gets rid of all black history at the Kennedy Center, but then in another term, he gives love to black history pioneers at a speech. I don't get it, but I'm not supposed to get it. It's what happens when you're making the money. And that's what he's doing. Welcome to America. Remember, America is a capitalistic society of the world. That's why we have so much homeless. It is the capitalistic society of the world. America is. Africa is the fraud center of the world. Africa's a fraud center. Most fraud always comes from Africa. That's just the way it is. But we are the capitalistic society of America. That's why there's so much money in politics. And it influences us on guns, on insurance, on everything. I know for a fact, because I was about to be one, there are lobbyists everywhere in Washington, D.C., getting people to vote certain ways. That's why Democrats change their mind, because that money get in their account real quick. And it's not just going to their account, it's funding their next campaign. Know how that goes. That's why we pay politicians. We pay for everything for politicians. We pay all this stuff. Welcome to America. Why do you think people get mad now that child care costs so much? They taking those ABC vouchers. See, I don't got to get up here and yell and say, no, I'm trying to break down why politics is so important and why every day, we get new stories on politics. I got 21 stories lined up for the next week. Already scheduled for the next week. I got 21 stories a day already lined up. A day for the next week. I got like 148 videos already. Correct, Queen Stacey. Why are people so surprised? They knew the truth about Trump. Because a couple things. They wanted to feel good about themselves. They didn't want to vote a black woman to be the big boss. They didn't like the way Biden was let go. And they thought they was going to make more money with Donald Trump because he was a man. So what happened? And when things backfire like that, we lose. Let me say it again. When things backfire like that, you and I lose. We always lose in those situations. We lose, and we lose very, very badly. It's all about politics. So, again, before you start jumping being a Democrat again, jumping being a Republican, look at the facts of the matter. Both sides agreed to pass a spending bill that you and I won't get a dollar off of. $1.2 trillion. But we won't get a dime off of it. How can they pass a $1.2 trillion spending bill and it doesn't help you or I, the American people, at all? Because we let them do it. Because we're so used to it and we only worried about ourselves. And we don't have any leaders, especially not on the black. Not black commentators, not black analysts, not black leadership that's representing us that hasn't been paid off. That's big enough to get something done. We don't have that, y'all. And since we don't have that, we are in a very, very bad situation. So I had to come tell y'all the truth today. I am going on TikTok South for about 20 minutes and do a live over there. Again, I got a lot of things happening. They're talking about giving me my own podcast this year. Looking into it. I'm going to be on some people's podcasts. I'm really going to enjoy that. Being on well-established individuals' podcasts who's got hundreds of thousands of millions of views. I'm going to love being on there so I can just go in there, talk the talk, and walk the walk. I'm going to do that for the next couple of months and see how that works and see if I want to do a podcast. But we are constantly growing. Again, I've only been on here, 5 months? 137,000 followers and growing. We can repeal it once Dems are in charge again. Not the big, beautiful bill, you can't. Big, beautiful bill won't be a appeal because you'll never get 75% the president signing. So, Queen Stacey, some things you can't repeal. The big, beautiful bill, you can't. Now, a lot of these executive orders, they will be repealed day one. You are correct. ICE funding, the Department of ICE, the Dems get in office, ICE is gone. Now, you are correct about that, Queen Stacey. ICE will be gone quickly. No ifs, ands, or buts. ICE will be gone quickly. Very quickly. And I would be happy to see that happen. So ICE will be gone quickly. We'll repeal everything except for a big, beautiful bill. Because Democrats make a whole lot of money off that too. That's what we're dealing with. Crazy. But yes, I will go on the TikTok side and I will do a live for about 15, 20 minutes. Remember, I'm over 137,000 in about 5 months. This thing is growing super fast. Our government's being repealed now. Our government been repealed for the last 500 years for black people, Queen Stacey. Hello, Queen Augusta. Thank you so much, Queen Phyllis. Again, I am growing super fast on here. Faster than I ever thought I would. And I don't get an income and everything, but I do better than people got million views. So it's all about quality over quantity right now. So I just want y'all to understand politics is at a different level. It's at a different level. That keep y'all in mind. I had to come on here and talk to y'all about 30 minutes. Make sure y'all understand the real deal. I come on all day, every day. Make sure y'all watch my videos because I am Mark Speaks, the real voice, the voice of the street, CEO of me, Big Boss Entertainment. But we must pray. Heavenly Father God Almighty, thank you for again for another opportunity, another blessing to be here with you. Thank you for your love, your kindness, your guidance, and glory. Father, thank you for helping us make the right decisions. Thank you for being the light that we need and guiding us the way we're supposed to all the days of our lives. In Jesus' name, we humbly say amen. Kings and queens, God bless you. God bless you, King Ronnie. I love you so much. Hello, Queen Patrice. May everybody stay blessed. May everybody stay happy and whole. If it is Lord's will, I will be back on again at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm trying to come on every day at about the same time. So about 4 o'clock every day, I'm trying to come on. I'm trying to get that established standard so you know what time I'll be on. At least Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. is when I'll be on for at least 30 minutes. Hello, Queen Sharon. God bless you. Thank you, Lavaris. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. May Jesus be with you, King Dennis. Okay? That's correct, King Dennis. That's correct. Again, I am Mark Speaks. I'm going to go over to the TikTok side and do about 30 minutes over there as well. But till we meet again, King Eddie, God bless you all. Follow your boy on TikTok. I'll be over there 15, 20 minutes. I will be over there for 15, 20 minutes, about 5 minutes. But stay blessed. Thank you for your time. I love you all. God bless you, kings and queens. Thank you, Queen Carol. I love you all.